Hey guys, welcome back for some more Mass Effect. Yes, finally jumping into Mass Effect 2. Very excited to get into this. I think this might be one of the more anticipated games on my channel thus far. I got a lot of comments from you guys suggesting that Mass Effect 2 is one of your favorite games, that it's the best one of the trilogy, that I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited to get into this. I'm hoping Mass Effect 2 meets those expectations I think you guys are setting, and I got a hunch that it's gonna as well, based on my experience with the first game, which I gotta say was really unexpected as far as what I enjoyed from it and how much I enjoyed from it. And specifically, I think with the characters and the conversations that we were having and the dialogue options and this concept of kind of a moral choice or moral decision making process that you could make, that I think generally I'm kind of unfamiliar with as far as games go. And I'm really curious to see how Mass Effect 2 expands on those ideas, basically taking what I really liked from the first game and seeing what it does with it this time around as well. Something else that was kind of conveyed to me is that Mass Effect 2 generally has a more clean combat system, which I think I'm gonna appreciate. I gotta say, as a fan of shooters, first person or a third person or whatever, that I was really anticipating a lot from the first game, and I kind of got it, but it still played a little bit clunky. I mean, all things considered. What can you say though? It's like a 15-plus-year-old game. Mass Effect 2, though, it seemed to be was something that was touched on a little bit as far as the combat, basically making it more updated and more modern, and probably something I'm gonna have more fun with and be more familiar with as well. So I don't know what more there is to say about this other than I'm very excited. Let's jump into it. Okay. Is this it? We're getting into it?
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
Wonder, oh, what's this? What is this?
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Illusive Man.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Okay, I'm already hooked. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I imported my character from the first game, and the final decision that I made was that I sacrificed the council, and humanity's now in charge of it all.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
He's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Oh, okay.
Multiple hull breaches. weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
It's already so intense. Where the hell am I? Am I just sleeping or what? Oh no. Something better not happen to Liara already.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Yeah. Look, I'll handle it, alright?
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard,
Liara, go.
Look, I'll be alright, okay?
aye aye.
I already have so many questions. There's so much I want to talk about already, but no, just play the goddamn game, Jazz. Oh no, what the hell happened there? Wasn't this the best ship in the Alliance fleet? If I remember that correctly? And it's just, it was toast. There's nothing to be done. Okay.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
Okay, I'm not going that way, huh?
Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
I don't think this is where I want to be.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Bro, look behind you. What? What do you mean?
Okay, help me up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. He's got a... Yeah.
Watch the arm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Yo, these sons of bitches. They destroy my ship and then they just leave me stranded. That's one hell of an opening. Okay. All right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this worth my time? I kind of remember a good amount of the first game. Uh, I'm gonna do it. If you guys want to skip ahead, that's fine. I'm curious to kind of see what this is supposed to be. I wonder, and maybe this
Another
is
routine
a
mission?
consequence of the remaster.
Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got
Look
me.
where that got me. My
We were
thoughts
testing out
exactly.
Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics.
Also toast, by the way,
The lone survivor of
in case you didn't see me play the first
General
game.
Chief Ashley Williams, a soldier to the core, tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where first her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away.
This is a fun
We followed the path of
visual way
destruction
to
an artifact, a beacon left by a
retell
long-dead
this.
race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close.
Yeah,
It hit him with some
dumbass.
type of energy.
I mean,
Like
you
grabbed
know,
her and
look,
threw her out of the
mistakes
way.
happen.
That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could.
I
persuade
forgot
the
Anderson's
ship
name.
we'd seen was a
I'm
potential threat,
kind of glad I watched
as
this
was
now.
the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions.
My eyes are just glued to the fucking screen, guys. I don't want to say much because I don't want to interrupt this.
But they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped
It's just
him
so
of his
good
business
already.
and gave me the
And I
honor
already
of becoming
played
the
this
first
shit too.
human
That's the best
inspector.
part.
My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top
That
lieutenant.
wasn't important though.
And like most Asari,
Like it
As beautiful as she is intelligent.
That connection didn't really amount to jack shit, did it?
Other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari.
No shit.
For accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant.
A big appreciation.
I was concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she'd felt it.
Yeah, by the way, that was my decision. I picked Liara over Ashley.
Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone.
See, this is interesting because I actually did this first before I went to get Liara. So I kind of wonder what it would have been like if I did it the other way.
Control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms.
Yeah, see, I never experienced that when I played the game.
Dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat.
And that was a very
When we finally got to the center of the base,
revealing
just how
conversation.
close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me.
What?
It threatened me.
Oh wait, I already knew that. Never mind.
Had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about
Fucker was brainwashed. It's not that complex.
We had to destroy
Right?
the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him.
By the way, this is way more in depth than I thought it would be. This has been going on for like 10 minutes plus now.
I tried. But I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man. And a great soldier. But I had to choose. And I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that.
The thing is, I already know all this, and I'm still so engaged and intrigued by it.
The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the council.
Oh, by the way, you see these images of my team, my squad doing a lot of work?
There was little hope the fleets
No.
could counterattack with enough strength.
That's not how it happened. Trust
But
me.
Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign.
That's...
Even with the Citadel...
See, that's what I'm saying.
Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him.
I guess I didn't think about that. I chose Anderson.
Career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army.
Mm-hmm.
Just another routine mission.
Okay, that was substantial and a lot more detailed and in-depth than I was expecting. I'm glad I watched it. It was definitely fun, but I kind of knew most of that already.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
The Lazarus Project. Well, okay, I kind of have an idea of what that's supposed to be. By the way, they mentioned something, so this Illusive Man, Miranda, and then something about Cerberus, which I feel like I heard before at some point in the last game. I don't remember what it was exactly. Gonna give me a new brain? Oh, Oh, this is it's a whole thing. Accept imported face. Uh, what do you mean by that exactly? I could change the way face looks. Oh, that is, that's really unfortunate. Actually, I'm more of a fan of kind of the original. That's fine. What the hell is all this now? Class enhancement procedure. Focus on targets with lethal accuracy. Okay, is this is this the overhaul to the combat that, I mean, I'm not sure what that's supposed to look like. I kind of figured that when we were making changes to the combat and stuff, it would be more about kind of the fluidity of it and not so much about like class customization. Not really sure how I feel about that. Oh, you get invisibility. Okay. I'm more of a, yeah, okay, maybe this is more in line with me. Short range combat. I gotta say, my preferred playstyle, I would say generally speaking, is kind of a more well-rounded experience, and I'd say specifically using like machine guns and stuff. That's for the most part how I played in the last game. I kind of didn't really give a shit about the abilities so much for pretty much most of the game, which kind of makes me wonder if I just want something like this. Assault rifle, shotgun, sniper. Like, I feel like that's kind of my most thorough weapons training. Can use all special ammo types. Tougher and more effective at taking down enemies with gunfire. Like, that's me. That's me right there. If I could describe myself in a sentence and my playstyle, it'd be that. We're going with soldier. Oh, I get a flashbang grenade. Cool. Thanks. Sure. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. Yeah, yeah. Explain this to me. What the hell is going on with these people?
An awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda. I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts.
Yeah.
Pushing into the red zone.
Let me wake up. Let's go.
Another go. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
God damn it, I hate it when that happens.
Scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
Ow.
There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Well, there's a lot more going on here than I was expecting here.
You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
All right, God damn it, relax. What's all this shit on my screen popping up here?
Canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now.
Oh, you got it, sport.
Shield yourself from the blast.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to how this plays here. I'm trying to figure.
Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Sure.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta say, I feel like I can feel that there's a smoother experience with the controls a little bit, maybe?
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position.
Cover must be much more important in this game. I don't know, or I don't know if it's just trying to tell me something or what. God damn it. Oh, you can't blind fire. Okay, interesting. This already feels like Gears of War a lot for some reason. I was just kind of anticipating that.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
Thanks. I noticed that we're focusing on ammo though, and when reloading, which we didn't have in the first game, right? It was just all like energy and overheating and stuff. Oh, that looks... I'm gonna go this way.
The mech's distracted for long. More reinforcements Here
Pick
come
up
the
a...
mechs. Use the grenade launcher to
Ooh,
take
okay,
them
that's... No, now we're talking. Okay. Yeah, that... Oh, I see. There we go.
We've been spotted.
Take the elevator down.
Okay, that was pretty goddamn fun.
Hurry! Get to the door.
Okay.
You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, free me. I've got mechs closing in on my position.
Yeah. Relax. Where the hell do you think you're going? Cerberus pays a bounty. Cerberus, there it is again.
Progress is slow.
Bunch of stuff here.
Shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
So what? I'm part robot? Is that what you're saying?
Progress is
Oh, it's the same shit again. Okay.
signs of
Cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Huh. Jesus Christ, can I sprint more than like 3 seconds too? Oh, sorry, dude. I'm going this way. What are these things? Hacked mech. Okay, so maybe these are supposed to be good.
What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now.
No shit.
Taylor, I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I want to ask a few questions, but
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought
it was
you.
quite a fall.
Our scientists
It's
spent
true.
The last 2 years putting you back together.
2 years?
Or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
Holy shit. That's
Doesn't look
not...
like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy.
Oh, no.
If we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Ah, damn it.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll take 20 questions with you all day. You're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic.
Okay. I can't fault him for that response. That's funny. Oh, he's another one of these guys. He can do special powers and shit. Not me. I'm more of a shoot first, ask questions later. Other than the questions. Okay. So we're back to this stuff. But then, okay. Select pull. Okay. What can I do? Grenade. Disruptor ammo. Unity. Is that the same thing as the last time? Revive. Yep. Okay. Giving you time to line up the perfect shot. Okay. Well, you go ahead and use... Oh, dude, that wasn't pull. That was explode.
Falling back. Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Oh, the place is still kind of under attack, isn't it? I want to know everything, actually.
2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
Was I just a pile of mush from that kind of fall?
When I first saw you,
Yeah.
were nothing but meat and tubes.
I could see that.
Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Sure.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Well, that's very generous. I think it's fair to say that I appreciate that.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Okay.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Thank God.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
Yeah, one step at a time.
What's your job
All right.
here?
Couple more
Depends on
questions
who
here.
you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Okay, that was some information. Less than I want, more than I expected.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there.
Look, I'm a resilient motherfucker. What can I say?
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Yeah, who's this
I
then?
remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Okay, I'll follow you. I'll follow you, sir. by the way, let me get this right out of the way, out of the bat. Okay? My squad better be even moderately useful in this game. Because I gotta say, I was kind of a one-man army in the last one. Just saying. Grab some ammo.
Damn it. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Make 20 enemies scream as they fall. What?
Preferably
What?
one that doesn't
Huh?
lead straight into an enemy.
Oh god. They found me. Help!
I gotta be honest,
Where are you?
Server room B! Hurry!
I'm a little bit
Control!
suspicious of Wilson.
I'm hit! They shot me!
Maybe that's unfair, but I don't know.
Shepard! Down here!
All right. What's going on?
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Medi-gel from the first aid station on the...
Is that what you're suggesting? Ah, okay. So it's not, do I have to aim and actually do it to a person rather than just kind of automatically?
You saved my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
Yeah, look, I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm a trusting person naturally. And also, I don't fucking know any of you, so...
All strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles.
These mechs don't know when to quit.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Why did you stand next to that to do that? I feel like that wasn't
Okay, we took
a
him down.
wise decision.
This is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
That sounds familiar. It does. I'm trying to remember what the hell.
While I was investigating
Yeah,
Cerberus,
yeah.
some kind
Tell
of
me about this.
splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Illusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
The Illusive Man. That is one of the names for sure. Most definitely.
Illusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
What? I'll never work for Cerberus. Look, I'll hear him out. They did save my life, to be fair.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
What's okay? All this shit going on my screen here. Should I be like trying to pay attention to stuff?
They've seen us.
Oh, wait a minute. I like that with the pistol. It's actually just a punch now. I gotta explore this more. I gotta experiment with the melee. Okay, we'll maybe revisit this. Like, I feel obligated to explore. I don't actually know how much it's going to let me do anything as of yet. Access personnel logs.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
Okay.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
I knew it. I knew it.
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
To be fair.
We should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson?
By the way,
of that?
I just knew that it was... I knew he was a traitor. I just, once again, massive fucking brain. Huge. The most smarts.
Even if you're sure.
Of anyone in the crew right now.
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson.
I'd instantly trust her. That's the best part.
Never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the Illusive Man?
Sounds good to
I
me.
know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Sure.
Conveniently,
I
you
love
also were
questions.
leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
I like her already.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
I'm very fascinated to see where this line goes as far as like me being the one that matters. Like that opening was fascinating to me. It's like without Shepard, there's no point to any of this because he's the hero. He's like the one who's going to rally them all together in a sense.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus.
Now, as the one playing Shepard, I'm a big fan of that. as you might imagine.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the
I
station.
know, I trust
You
you.
wanna stay and rot with the mechs?
Instantly.
My guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
Thank you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the Illusive Man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
All right.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the Illusive Man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The Illusive Man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I wasn't anticipating a test. And one presumably based off of memory. Yes, I recall that.
Yeah, I remember it. Everyone screaming, gunfire, blood everywhere. I was the only one who stayed focused on survival.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility, you had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah, if anything, I'm better
The
now.
Illusive Man accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The Illusive Man is waiting for you in the other room.
Customized gear? Casual appearance. Well, that's fine. I think I got all sorts of different options. What the fuck is this? Am I part of a biker gang? This looks more like something I'd wear. Oh, wait a minute. Well, let's hear him out, actually. I'll go with that. I kind of like that. That's fine. And then my armor. Oh, what the hell is this? Increases health by 5%. But this looks more stylish. So, you know. Oh, Christ, there's all sorts of options. And this is, I can go into battle with some flair with this one. Okay. Well, the standard, I think that's fine. We'll revisit this. What are you making sure it's me? Okay.
Commander Shepard.
Hello.
Illusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepard, just as you were when you defeated Sovereign.
What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing.
Disappearing?
We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and Ageth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
I can't argue with that, I suppose.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
See, that was going to be my guess, is that they see us as the biggest threat now, and it's like, we'll just go after them first. I don't know. That seems pretty smart to me.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Look, with a name like Illusive Man, you might think, Jazz, I'm not sure if you should trust this guy, but he's making... Let's put it this way. I trust this person more in a couple of minutes of talking with him in like 10 lines of dialogue than I ever did those fucking cretins on the council in the entirety of the last game.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Okay. I gotta say, guys, I do want to keep this going, but I think that this might be a fine place to kind of leave it before we jump into something maybe a little bit more substantial of a mission. So we're gonna call it there for this one. Okay, well, I think I have kind of an understanding now, however brief, of what people were talking about when they're talking about their excitement and enjoyment of Mass Effect 2. I do feel that there is a scale to this already, despite still being in kind of the very first part even, that I really already appreciate. Right off the bat, I do think that the gameplay of it feels smoother. I feel like it's more modernized. Like, I don't know. I did enjoy the combat from the first game and the way that it handled things. I think part of it is I'm more familiar with those systems, like the idea of squad members and the idea of abilities and like the weapon wheel and stuff like that. I think it'll be easier getting into those mechanics in this game, having played the first game and put at least a little bit of time in trying new things out with that. I don't know if they're gonna expand on those ideas so much per se, but I could tell right off the bat that the base gameplay of it, the smoothness of it, and kind of the combat systems like you know, ammo types, reloading, like all those things feel a little bit more modern and smoother overall, which I think is going to really help, especially if the combat and the scenarios of combat in this game are going to be more intense and more, you know what I mean, like have maybe more scale or stuff like that. Let's talk about kind of the rest of it now, which is the setup of this and the story and the characters of it already and stuff like that. I can't. I'm actually perplexed at how good this opening is already. With first off, the kind of initial sequence there, right? The Normandy under attack and all of that. Like that was a bold decision, and I still have yet to see more consequences of what that was. I do think it's interesting that they actually told us right away that basically no one important died, and that it was a couple of minor people, you know, minor characters and stuff like that, and then Navigator Presley, which is somebody we know. They have a name and some kind of personality, but like, let's be realistic, it's just not the same level as somebody from our squad, right? The fact that it suggests already, and I have to assume it's true, that everybody survived, that was also an interesting choice. I figured that it would play around with the mystery of that a lot longer, and basically say, you know, to me, the player, you know, us, the players, hey, you got to wait and see what happens before you get to, before you find out what happens to all these characters that you were invested in for the last game, right? Joker, Liara, Rex, and so on and so forth. But it seems to be that they're all okay. And I have to take their word for it. I don't have anything else to go off of right now. So I thought that was another interesting decision to basically give that away. I feel like they could have drawn that out a lot more, and the suspense of that and the tension. Any case, going into kind of the next part after the initial attack. So Cerberus and the Lazarus Project and the setup for this. Again, I kind of like that it plays into the gameplay of it, being able to choose, I guess, like a different class and stuff like that. I just went with the kind of the standard option. I'm more about the kind of the base combat and the shooting mechanics and stuff like that, rather than the abilities per se. I don't know if that decision's going to have such a huge consequence on my playthrough of this, but that's just generally what I'm more comfortable with and what I think is more fun. So I hope you guys are okay with my selection there. I don't know if there's like a meta to this, if there was something that was better than the rest, but I figure I'd just go with kind of the standard option. Now, getting into the station itself and the sequence of that, right off the bat, I do like our kind of our new characters here, Jacob and Miranda. I feel like I get a decent sense of their personality already. I gotta say, I really like Miranda already at her approach to shit. And by the way, too, I think it's interesting. I caught on right away. Like, Wilson just seemed suspicious. I don't know if it's intended to be more obvious. Like, I joke around, like, God damn, I'm so fucking smart. Like, I joke around with it, but I don't know if it was intended to be a little bit leading with that idea. And maybe be kind of a device to make us trust Miranda more as a character. And I gotta say, I already do instantly. I really like her already. I think I kind of just like the personality of the character from the brief conversations we've had. And I'm excited to see where this goes with these new characters. And then also, presumably, eventually, if we come across any of our old squad members, how these people are going to interact. Because I have to assume we'll be with Jacob and Miranda for a bit. They seem like they're important enough, I guess. I mean, at least as far as these missions with Cerberus and stuff will go. How that'll kind of develop. So there's a lot going on here already, and there's all these different themes, by the way. One we didn't get anything totally unexpected, kind of like the first game, you know, going into those weird things like religion and politics and stuff like that. I'm sure that'll come up much more later. But I do think it's interesting. We're going into this idea of Shepard being the hero and honing in on that so much so quickly. Like there's kind of an expectation for that as me being the protagonist, right? Or the character being the protagonist. But the idea that events are being shaped around that so intrinsically from other characters and other factions and stuff like that, much more even than the last game, where there was always a question of, you know, humanity and their dominance over the universe. Like that was something I noticed a lot in the conversations and the politics of that humanity was trying to assert itself so quickly into the council and the political system and gaining power and stuff like that. And I see a lot of those themes already here. It's just interesting. It's not coming from the Citadel and the Alliance and all that kind of stuff. It's this other faction now. And I gotta say, listening to the Illusive Man, he makes some good points, I gotta say. And I'm kind of curious to see what develops from that as well. Like, there's so much here that's already drawing me in. And I'm incredibly excited to see where this goes from a gameplay perspective, especially from a story perspective. You know, more stuff with our characters and our dialogue. So I'm very excited for this. I'm very glad that Mass Effect was recommended to me. And I appreciate your guys' patience in me getting to Mass Effect 2. I hope that you're excited for the playthrough as well. I'm having a lot of fun with this already, even just an hour in. So let me know what you guys think about this one. And thanks for watching.